Alright, so in this video, I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you need to become an entrepreneur as a pre-med. Now, I like to term this person as a pre-med entrepreneur. And a pre-med entrepreneur is someone who is trying to chase a 4.0, trying to go into medical school, while also chasing financial freedom so then they can pay for medical school and they don't have to be in debt. Now, the first reason why you need to become a pre-med entrepreneur is to build your discipline. Now, in school, our grades keep us accountable for studying, and that's a visual thing that we can see to see if we need to study or we need to not study. So grades pretty much keep us accountable in terms of studying and keeping up with classes and things like the MCAT, and these metrics keep us accountable to stay in the field of medicine and basically study. But in entrepreneurship, there's not really much that's keeping you accountable because it is your choice to become an entrepreneur. Nobody's really forcing you to become an entrepreneur, and that's why this builds your discipline, because you're doing something that you have to hold yourself accountable to. There's nothing out there that's holding you accountable right now. You are holding yourself accountable, and every single day you have to be working on your business because nobody else will tell you that you need to work on your business. So this is basically working on something that nobody else is holding you accountable for, and that's why it builds your discipline, because you start working on the times that you pretty much don't feel like it, but you need to. Alright, number 2 reason why you should be a pre-med entrepreneur is because this builds your communication skills. Now, in entrepreneurship, you're basically starting your own business, and you need to be able to develop a network as well as pitching your business, which helps you build your communication skills. Having great communication skills is very crucial for a future physician, because more than likely you will encounter patients and you need to be talking to patients. Building your communication skills is crucial towards becoming a physician, because you're interacting with patients, seeing their diagnosis, talking about their family history, any concerns they have, and a physician needs to have really good communication skills. So building your communication skills now is more effective, and that's what entrepreneurship does. Look, staying in the books the whole time isn't going to build your communication skills. You got to go out there and talk to people, build your network. Now, the third reason why you should become an entrepreneur is because this builds your leadership skills. Entrepreneurship will make you a leader. And this is very important for doctors in the future, because doctors, after they finish their residency, go into fellowship, they will have their own unit, maybe a cardiology unit, and they will be responsible for everyone in that unit, the nurses, the residents, etc. So doctors are great leaders, and you can build your leadership skills now through entrepreneurship, because when you start your own business, you are responsible for your employees, you're responsible for anything that goes around in your business. So building your leadership skills is what entrepreneurship helps with. Now, the fourth reason why you should become an entrepreneur is because this exposes you to the real world. What I mean by this is that you develop your problem-solving skills and your critical thinking skills. Through entrepreneurship, you learn a bunch of lessons because you're being exposed to the real world. You're dealing with the real world. And these are very valuable lessons that I'd argue are pretty priceless. One of the biggest lessons I learned is that life is unfair, and I learned this pretty difficult way. So what I mean by this is that there's no person out there that controls life. You can't really go up to that person, ask for a makeup or ask for an extension. You can't really do that. In school, you could ask your professor, and maybe you can ask for an extension on your homework, or you can have makeup on your exam. But in the real world, there's no such thing as makeups. There's no such thing as extensions. There's none of that, because life is unfair. And yeah, it might sound intimidating, but at the end, there's a very big reward from it, and you adapt to the real world. Because you can go through all the lectures you want, you can go through all the exams you want, and I'm sure you're gonna do really well in those. But those exams and those lectures, they will prepare you for medical school and just learning in general, so understanding the content, but they won't teach you valuable lessons in life, because that's one of the things that school doesn't teach you and you really need to experience in the world. It's those valuable lessons, learning that life isn't fair, learning that no amount of complaining you do will ever change your situations, learning how to adapt to every obstacle life throws at you, and not reacting but responding. Now, the fifth reason why you need to become an entrepreneur as a pre-med is because it's very satisfying. Now, at this point, you might be intimidated to become an entrepreneur because it's time consuming, very difficult, and you're taking risks that could actually go against you. But that's the thing about entrepreneurship, is that you're working on something that's greater than any exam or any assignment, and it's actually fun. Because with assignments and grades and stuff, you can put your best effort in and you really can't control the grade that you get. But with entrepreneurship, you can control a little bit more than grades, so you have more control over what you do with your business, and it's just really satisfying to work on something that's just not about studying. It's not just about medicine or the other classes that you're taking. It's kind of like a study break, because that's how I picture entrepreneurship. It's just a side hustle that I do that I enjoy. I find a lot of enjoyment working on something that, first off, will make me a lot of money in the future, but second off, will help people around the world in the future. Yes, it's risky. You're taking a very big risk, but I can guarantee you the reward will be immense. You will learn valuable lessons that are priceless, and you will put yourself in the position of success, so then you can actually pay for medical school and not worry about money and not go into debt, student loan debt, any sort of debt. So then you can create a great future for yourself. Hopefully I convinced you guys towards becoming pre-med entrepreneurs. And as always, a Pomodoro day will make you a doctor someday. I'll see you guys in the next one.